Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where it's your Let's Play 2. Today, I am joined by the Akamura as we are finally starting Sakura Angels.
We gonna see some more baps.
It's very hard to get our
Boobs.
schedules together, but it is what it is.
We're getting better, obviously, since you're seeing this.
So, if
Also,
you haven't... Go ahead.
boobs.
If you haven't seen Sakura Spirit, you may want to check that out.
More boobs!
I have a playlist of that entire series where we check out both endings as well. This is a visual novel that has, as the Akamura said, a lot of boobs. And but you don't have to watch Sakura Spirit to know how Sakura Angels goes. Apparently, it's a semi-sequel that Kalo Shade told me it's a semi-sequel. He's played them both. But I don't know anything else about this one, so we're just gonna
The only thing you need to know is boobs.
And what a vast number of boobs there are.
Seriously, there's like 2 boob on every girl.
Every night, I have the same dream. Every night, I'm always brought back to this place without fail. And then every morning I'll wake up with no memory of this place at all until the next time I fall asleep. Not a single night has went by without my consciousness being dragged into this abyss. This realm is devoid of light, so much so that I can't even see my hand in front of my face no matter how desperately I wave it.
You have sleep paralysis problems, dude. You need to get that checked out.
The concept of sound is just as absent, my steps silent and my distressed cries swallowed by the bordering darkness as quickly as they had left my mouth. I'm in a bleak, barren wasteland of nothingness. Spending any prolonged amount of time here begins to make me doubt my very own existence. Yet despite feeling suffocated by a striking absence of anything, I know I'm not alone. Something is watching me, stalking me from the shadows.
It's your ex-girlfriend, run!
I can't say for sure what it is, but every once in a while I'll catch sight of something from the very corner of my view. A pair of burning, bright eyes fixated purely on me. They hate me, despise me. There's an overwhelming sense of animosity radiating from whoever they belong to. I know they want nothing more than to lash out and attack me, but something is holding them back. A force they truly despise. Invisible chains that bind and restrict them from the one thing that is on their mind. At first, when I began dreaming about this place, the eyes were distant, like glimmering stars. But with each passing night, the eyes seem to inch ever closer and shine ever brighter. I think whatever force has been holding them from me is beginning to fade. What will happen when these eyes reach me? I shudder to think. I know it's just a dream, so I shouldn't be afraid. But everything I experience here is so vivid. None of the usual murky haze that shrouds such dreamlike environments seems to exist here at all. I have perfect clarity. I can feel the stagnant, freezing air all around me, enough to incite a shiver out of me every once in a while. Since I'm so used to this dream, I know how it'll end. I'll wade through the darkness for what seems like an eternity, never finding anything, until the morning finally comes and pulls me out of this nightmare. At least, that was how it usually ended. Something is different tonight. Those hateful, burning eyes that always kept just out of sight before, I'm suddenly confronted by them. Never before have they been so close. Never before have I stared straight back into them. Their narrowed, piercing gaze roots me to the spot, and a shooting pain surges through me. I can't move. I can't breathe. And then, from out of the darkness, a crooked smile spreads, just as sinister as the eyes.
This is some Junji Ito shit right here.
It really is.
So close.
Who is that for the fans? I know who it is, but who is that for the fans?
Junji Ito is a Japanese manga artist who basically codified Japanese horror.
Right. Don't ever go to his website if you have a thing against eyes.
Or holes, or fucking body horror.
Or anything.
Yeah, basically, if you don't like gore, no. So close. I can practically taste the freedom.
It won't be long now. Enjoy the peace while you can, boy, for your days are numbered. And then everything shall change.
Yeah. This is definitely starting at a wholly different tone than Sakura Spirit did. Nice bedroom. One more click. Ugh. My head is killing me. These morning migraines are the worst. Every morning without fail, I always wake up to a sensation not unlike my skull being pounded by a jackhammer. Thump, thump, thump. It's almost like a heartbeat. I feel like my head is going to split open. It's weird though, because even though the pain is so intense, it never lasts long. In the space it takes me to get up and head for school, the pain is usually reduced to a dull throb at the back of my skull by then. So it isn't too much of a hassle in the grand scheme of things, but it certainly isn't a fun way to wake up. I just find it odd how consistent it seems to be. Anyway, enough pondering these weird mysteries. It's time to tackle the day.
That is a nice closet.
After a moment of wrestling with my blanket, I swing my legs around and drag myself out of bed. A quick look at my bedside clock tells me it's still early. Too early. If I had it my way, the world wouldn't start until at least a good way into the afternoon. Amen, brother, I'm with you there. But sadly, life isn't that wonderful. Pulling back the curtains to let the light flood into my room, I suppress the urge to let out a hiss, almost blinding myself in the process. Too bright! The rest of my time getting ready is spent fighting with my uniform, a tie becoming all the more problematic to put on when you're half asleep. I still don't know how to tie a proper Windsor knot. I sort of have to half-ass it when I tie my tie. Oh god, I think I've actually got my hand stuck in it. Almost choking myself to death in the most pathetic fight ever. I finish putting on the tie, the rest of my uniform complying peacefully with me. Unable to find a comb, I settle for just flattening my hair down with my hands. Blinking
That doesn't work, bro.
It really doesn't, especially if you have naturally curly hair. Blinking into the mirror, I'm left staring back at someone with messy black hair. That's close enough. Hey, it's just like my life. Somewhat dressed and somewhat ready, I stumble out of the room, my legs still not fully awake. Uneven steps carry me dangerously down to the stairs, and I soon emerge into the kitchen. The kitchen's nicer than our kitchen. This entire place is nicer than our place.
Yeah.
I kind of want to live here.
I don't think we could afford the rent.
We certainly cannot. I'm greeted by silence. The kitchen is empty. A familiar scene for me. My parents are what you might call workaholics.
He's a latchkey kid.
Basically, they spend more time at their respective jobs than they ever do here. I only ever get to catch them during the evening while we're eating, and then everyone is off to bed and the cycle repeats. Don't get me wrong, I understand they have to work in order to keep us living comfortably, so I don't hate them for it. It just gets, I don't know, lonely? Oh well. There's no use moping about it. It's been like this for years, so I don't know why I was getting all emotional about it now. The plus side of them not being around is that I quickly had to learn how to cook for myself. It's amazing how fast you can adapt to that sort of stuff when you're starving.
That's a little fucked up.
It is, but it's true. I don't think I have enough time for anything fancy to eat for breakfast, so I'll just settle for toast. You can never go wrong with toast. Yay, toast. God, I want some toast now. Okay, you might be able to go wrong with toast. I have a sudden traumatic flashbacks to when the toaster erupted into flames.
Oops.
I have never erupted toast into flames.
Friendly
yet.
reminder, when the toast is black, don't put it back.
Nice. What a day that was.
No shit, Sherlock.
But I've learned from my mistakes now.
God help you if you haven't.
It won't happen a third time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is adorable. Having devoured the only slightly charred toast, I sling my bag over my shoulder before starting for the front door. I give the empty house one last look over before opening the front door. It's kind of depressing to have no one to say goodbye to, but again, this has been the same for every weekday morning since forever ago. The sun is shining high in a cloudless sky.
Those are clouds, dude.
Like, what do you think they are? Chemtrails? Those are definitely clouds. Birds are chirping overhead. Waves of students are passing by, happily chatting with one another as they all make their way to school. It's also horrible. I'm not much of a morning person, so I can't even begin to fathom.
Sakura Metal Industries?
I can't. This looks like the city that Mirror's Edge takes place in. Everything's just white and blue. There's gonna be like little red rods all up on the roofs. Whoa, I just realized
Where's
that
all
there's
the
actual
free run?
like shining right now. Because like most of these kinds of visual novels don't have background animation. It's pretty cool. I'm not much of a morning person, so I can't even begin to fathom how everyone can be so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. I mean, it's taking all of my willpower just to be able to put a foot in front of the other without just crumpling to the ground. I just have to hope the breakfast kicks in and gives me the energy I need before I'm forced to literally drag myself through the school gates.
Maybe you should have had some fucking eggs.
But you didn't have time.
Protein.
While keeping my head down and my eyes glued to the ground as I soldiered on, I suddenly noticed that the vibrant atmosphere from before is gone. Silence has completely taken over. My steps, the only thing making any noise. The air is still. Huh. That's a bit strange. Bringing my head up, I'm met with an unsettling sight. The street is deserted.
As it has been for the past 5 minutes, dude.
No students. No cars. And even the cheerful chirping of the birds is gone. What? I hurry on forward, hoping to at least run into somebody. Anyone. Even the sun's once golden rays seem muted, the world tinged in dreary tones. But there still isn't a cloud in the sky, but there clearly is, buddy.
Those are chemtrails.
Okay, this is definitely starting to freak me out.
Starting?
I need to just... splitting paint shoots through my head, stopping me in my tracks. Like a searing poker being thrust through my skull. Dude, that would kill you. A headache? Now? Nothing is making any sense. Desperately trying to keep myself upright as I clutch a hand to my head, I stagger forward. Unlike the headaches from before that gradually died down, this one only seems to be getting worse. Thump. 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 It won't stop at all. I am brought to my knees. I can hardly even think straight, my head threatening to explode at any minute. And then, through gritted teeth and a pained expression, I see it. Something that shouldn't exist, yet clearly does, as confirmed by my own terrified eyes. Ah! Okay, that is definitely more horrifying than I was envisioning it when he was describing it before. A monster. That's the only word that can come to my scrambled mind. A hulking, grotesque mass of flesh with gnarled fangs and red, slitted eyes seething with hate. The closest thing I can relate to it would be a dog, but no dog I know of is 3 times the size of me.
You must not know many
eclipsing the
dogs, dude.
That's true. I don't know of any dogs with 4 eyes either. It snorts with flared nostrils, something like steam being exhaled out. Given its tense stance, and the fact it's blocking my way, I can only assume it's here for me. But why? What the hell is it? Where did it come from? Why does it want me? 1,000,001 questions race through my head, but I doubt I'm going to get any answers from this. This thing. There's only one thing I can do when presented with such odds, and that is to... Ooh. Didn't we use a coin for the choices last time?
Yes.
I need a coin.
Stand your ground!
You know what?
Stand your ground!
I'm only going to make these episodes 15 minutes anyway, so we're going to call an early end. We're going to figure out what to do about this monster in the... Yeah, fuck it. We'll go a little bit longer since we just started this one. So you want to stand our ground?
Sure.
Okay, stand my ground. Of course. I don't know what the hell this thing is or why it suddenly appeared before me, but I'm not going to let it take me down without a fight. Ignoring the pain that threatens to consume my skull, I straighten myself up and stare back into the hateful eyes of the beast. And then, tightening a fist, I lash out like lightning, my fist connecting with its head cleanly with a solid impact. Take this, foul beast!
Ow.
Bam!
That hurt.
Okay, no. Bad idea. That did nothing. In fact, it looks even angrier than it did before now.
I was just going to kill you, but now I'm going to rend your flesh from your bones.
All I've managed to do is bruise my own fist. I hope I haven't broken anything. I reel back from my brutal attack, giving the fist in question a good shake. It still stings. Now what do I do? My blazing surprise attack was met with complete indifference, and now I think it's too late to run, as the creature is gearing itself up for a charge, its front leg digging into the ground. This might have been a mistake. I try to turn tail and begin running, but the beast kicks off of the ground, running straight toward me. There's nothing else I can do. I brace myself as best I can for the inevitable bone-shattering impact. Right before the beast can connect with me and bring my life to a grisly end, a dazzling, radiant light floods my vision, engulfing both me and the monster. The beast stops in its tracks, a guttural cry escaping it before it vaporizes before my eyes. What the hell just happened? We'll find out what the hell just happened in the next episode. That's a good place for a cliffhanger.
Shenanigans.
Very much shenanigans, but we will figure that out tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you tomorrow for another episode.
Bye.